Welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by, see what I'm talking about, see what kind of tea I am sipping on. And I have my coffee. So let me get a taste. So good. I hope you got your coffee. And we're going to get into this tea. Well, the first thing, one of the things we're going to talk about is Diddy. More things coming in about him, more updates. We're going to talk about Dr. Phil. He's in the news talking crazy. And then we're going to do our regular segment of stupid people doing stupid things. And this one is coming from Florida. And you know people in Florida be doing some stupid, stupid stuff. All right, first let's get into Diddy. I found this article on, wait a minute, disappeared on me. CNN.com. Was it CNN.com? Yeah, I think it was CNN.com. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Um, no, it was Forbes, Forbes.com. I found this article about Diddy, and it says Howard University returning Sean Diddy Combs' $1 million donation amid sexual misconduct and allegations. I'll spit it out. One thing, I'm just going to say this right out, you know, sometimes words get crazy in my mouth and don't come out right, but that's just what they call it, isma. That's a Lindaism. Isms. That's what they call it. Isms. It's just a Lindaism. So what can I do? And let me read the headline again. It says Howard University returns Sean Diddy Combs' $1 million donation amid sexual misconducts and allegations. See? Howard University announced Friday it will be, which is this past Friday, will take back Sean Diddy Combs' honorary degree and return a seven-figure donation to the school, citing a video of the rapper attacking his ex-girlfriend. As Combs faced multiple sexual misconduct allegations, all of which he's denied, Howard University Board of Trustees unanimously voted to accept Cohn's return of an honorary degree given to him in 2014. The school said in a statement, uh, noting his name will be removed from the university list of honorary degree recipients. Okay. It says the university said Cohn's behavior in 2016 video is so fundamentally incompatible with the core values and believes that the rapper is not worthy enough to keep the degree, which Howard calls its highest honor. Combs, who attended Howard University from 1987 to 1989, will have $1 million contribution to the school that dates back to 2016, returned to him, and a scholarship program created in his name disbanded. Howard administration will terminate a 2023 deal for Sean Combs Foundation to donate another $1 million. Well, we all saw this coming. Um, Nobody wants to be associated with a someone who would do something like we saw in that video, that CNN video, that surveillance video of him pretty much uh, assaulting Cassie. And so I'm not shocked by this. And it, It's just so sad. It's sad all the way around. I mean, but when, like I said, when you're that famous, that powerful, I think it was in Star Wars where it said, absolute power corrupts absolutely. That's so true. Puffy has so much power, so much influence, so much sway, so much money that he just had got to the point where he thought he was untouchable. But even people at that level have to have a code of a code of conduct, especially when you live in your life in the public eye, because the public will build you up to tear you down. Not saying that the public is the one that tore Puffy down. Puffy gave, you know, he gave them all the things that I always say. Don't ever give a person the knife to stab you in the back with. You can't say you were stabbed in the back when you actually gave them the instrument to do it. And that's what Puffy did by his behavior. And I think it's going to be a whole lot of stuff that's going to come out of these parties and all of the the heathenistic behavior that went on at these parties with these sex workers and all this stuff. It's all going to come out. And my last video, my last coffee and the tea, I talked about how he's caught a new case in New Jersey. It was originally in New York, but evidently the victim came up with she was 16 years old. It was back in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, but she was 16 years old at the time, and she came up with new evidence, so she filed it in New Jersey, and now New Jersey is going to take it up. So he's got another case there. And you just can't say just because she was 16 back then that it's not affecting her life now, because that's not true. SA affects your life, your whole life. It's like grief, it's not something you get over, it's something you learn to live with. And that's what SA is. So you just can't say, well, it was a long time ago. I know that's one of the big um, arguments when it comes to women filing lawsuits, uh, you know, SA lawsuits. Um, but, that was a long time ago. Okay, okay, it was a long time ago. But does it affect your life now? Did it put an imprint on your life where you made your life go in a whole different direction? You know, if it had never happened. And it's something, it makes a big imprint on your life. So Puppy is in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble, and every day is drip, drip, drip. I could come on here every day with a new story about Puppy, and I just about have. So now Howard is dropping him. His the brand deals he's made dropping him. I mean, Puffy's sucking the drink every day. He's catching more cases, more evidence is coming out. And the FBI has got something on him, because they never would have went into that house, those two houses. They never would have got a search warrant to raid those two houses if they didn't have probable cause. They had to present probable cause to a judge, and the judge had to sign off on um, that what do they call it? Search warrant. A judge had to sign off on that. So Puffy got a lot going on. I can't say I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for the victims that are involved in this. And am I saying he's guilty of everything that's all the lawsuits and stuff like that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's all going to come out, And what he's guilty of, he'll be, found guilty of, and what he's innocent of, he'll be found innocent of that. Because I'm not saying people don't be out for the grab. They don't be out for, trying to get a bag real quick and saying this and saying that. But I'm also saying that women usually don't lie about SA. So, and he has a history of disrespecting women. We saw it on the video. So, so I will be back with more updates as they come in for Mr. Puffy. But he is on a bumpy ride, and it is far from over. All right, moving on to Dr. Phil. Well, Dr. Phil did a segment on CNN, and he did it with let's see, who was it? He did a segment with Abby Phillips. Now I don't watch CNN anymore, not really, but I did see this segment. I saw it on a clip. I watched the clip of it, and Dr. Phil, you could tell it's so. I am in the same profession as Dr. Phil. I'm not a doctor, but I'm a psychotherapist. And to watch him try to justify Trump's behavior is sickening. But Dr. Phil sold out a long time ago. He sold out his profession a long time ago. Uh, you know, to watch his show is very painful. That is nothing like a therapy session would go. Okay, hold on just one moment. I will call him back. But yeah, so he's been on something for a while. I'm gonna hush. I'm gonna hush, and I'm gonna get into the article. I found the article on let's see, I think it's CNN.com. And it said a video segment of CNN. Abby Phillips attempted to stop Dr. Phil McGraw from spreading false information about Donald Trump. Recent criminal trial has widely circulated on social media. Less than an hour after his remarks last night, but I think it was like the first of the week, so when it happened. A short clip of McGraw and Phillips' CNN interview was posted on X, formerly Twitter. Their conversation was in response to McGraw's recent hour-long interview with Trump. And see, it is all about Dr. Phil. And that's what I didn't want to say about his show and how it has just I mean it's not therapeutic. Therapy sessions do go nothing like that. Dr. Phil, I know it's Dr. Phil's show, but if you're gonna have the pretense that you're gonna help the people who are on there, you can't make it all about you. And I never did like the format, of a psychologist. I think he's a psychologist. I don't think he's a psychiatrist. A psychologist or even a psychotherapist like myself to have a format like that because your name is on the show, so you kind of have to make it about you. But therapy is not about the clinician. Therapy is client focused, and he is not client focused. And this whole interview that he's doing, what he did with Trump and stuff like that, that's all to promote himself. Dr. Phil is not as successful as he had once been because he had his hand in all kinds of stuff. He had, I think he had a website or some kind of telemed type thing that he was doing with his son. Now, I'm not sure, so I'm not going to speak on it and say for sure, but I think he did. And he was writing all these books. And at one time, Dr. Phil was had these streets hot. You know, everybody was all about Dr. Phil. And now it's not like that anymore. And now he is trying desperately with his cold, you know, fingers, trying to hold on to fame and relevance. And now he done hooked up on the Trump train. But what he don't seem to understand that people on the Trump train, it's going off a cliff. You don't survive the Trump train. I mean, the train tracks is littered with the bodies of people who didn't survive the Trump train. And all of a sudden, he's on the Trump train. You know what I think about Oprah? Thank you, Oprah. Not. You brought us Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz. Those two. I wonder what Oprah think about that. Cause she the one who put them on and introduced them to America. You know, she put her seal of approval on them, and we ate that up, include myself, because Oprah's stamp of approval is almost like her wish list. We all want the pants that Oprah gets, and the book she's reading, and on and on and on and on. And so this was the psychologist she was recommending, and the doctor she was recommending, and both of them have turned out to be um, creeps, and that's my opinion. Because if you, and then he said in this interview to justify how can you be a mental health clinician and sit up there and justify the behavior of a malicious narcissist like Trump. Dr. Phil, I'm not saying that he's not a good doctor. He's just not behaving like one. He knows what Trump's is about. He done had too many people in front of him not to know what the real deal with Trump. And I want you to go back and watch that interview of him. It's written all over his face. Even he's not comfortable with what he's saying. And he's asking Abby Phillips about he didn't feel like let me read it. Let me find that where he said that he didn't feel like oh crap. I'm sorry. Let's hold on. Hold on. Uh okay, early in the CNN interview, McGraw, an American television personality and psychologist, he's a psychologist, I thought he was, said, I'm sympathetic to what Trump has gone through in this particular trial because I think it was not a proper due process for him. This is why Trump is who he is and why he is as dangerous as he is. Is because people are willing to set aside what they know in order they're willing to twist themselves in knots to justify his behavior. Dr. Phil know better than this. He has been a psychologist too long not to know what's going on. But yet and still, he's willing to do that for his own gain. For his own gain. He has jumped the shark. And if you know what that term mean, that means he's out there. He's willing to do whatever. And that's what has happened to him. It says, and he was saying that he didn't have due process, and he was saying that, he didn't understand why people who had took a plea deal were able to testify. And Abby Phillips told him that happens all the time in mob cases. How many people is being convicted of people who have took a plea deal in in exchange for their testimony. That's in just about every case. And all of a sudden, Dr. Phil, I don't think that's right, and I've never heard of that. Come on, Dr. Phil. Come on. Come on now. You know you have heard of that. It happens every day. But he want to set aside all of that to justify this behavior. And so, and any little respect that I had for him, and I only had a little because, like I said, watching his show, he really wasn't helping anybody. It's not a clinical setting. I mean, um, I'm not saying that he's not a good psychologist and or anything like that, but he's just not a good TV psychologist because you can't be a good psychologist on TV. And the platform in which he has, he's working with. And so he went and interviewed Trump. So he's looking for TV ratings here. This is what this is about. And then he's gonna come back and peddle more crap to America. I mean, he is it's malpractice. It's absolutely malpractice because he knows better. He's talking and he knows better than a dog. But he's talking and he knows better. Okay? Do not worry about the dog. Do not worry about the dog. But he knows better. Dr. Phil, shame on you. And Oprah, shame on you for bringing us Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz. I used to think Oprah had the magic touch. She had the minus touch, the minus what is minus touch? I thought everything she touched was gold. But it seems like all these people that she put on are really starting to reveal themselves to be hacks. All right, let's get to, I'm going a little long. Let's get to our stupid people do stupid stuff. This is pretty quick. Uh, our stupid person for today, her name is, what is her name? Bertha Yalter. 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 And she's 71 years old. And she's from North Miami Beach, Florida. Okay, this is what Bertha did. And I love my segment of stupid people doing stupid things. Sometimes it's really, really sad. And this is no exception, but stupidity is something. It can, I don't know. But it's my segment of stupid people doing stupid things. Her name, Bertha. Bertha faces charges of attempted murder. She's 71 now. Attempted murder and aggravated battery on a person 65 or older and tampering with the victim. Police said she tried to kill her husband of 52 years after a postcard arrived from his ex girlfriend, a woman he dated 66 decades ago. So 60 years ago, a postcard shows up. Bertha get pissed because she been with this man for 52 years. This is Bertha. This is Bertha. Can you see her? That's Bertha. That's her jailhouse pic. And she gets pissed. Bertha is pissed, and I am not having it. Yelder became outraged. Allegedly came enraged Sunday afternoon at the couple's condominium in East Shores area of North Miami Beach. The victim told the police that his wife tried to smother him with a pillow, bit and physically battered him, according to the arrest report. The responding officer described the victim as extremely fragile Now, what she thought her husband was gonna do with it if the woman did send the card? What is he gonna do? It's an extremely fragile man. What is he gonna do? Leave her for the woman who sent the card? How did she get to be 71 years old? That's stupid. That's so stupid. But we go on. Um, the responding officer describes the victim as extremely fragile with serious bruises and open lacerations on both his arms and stomach area, as well as open bite marks that were bleeding. Bertha put one on him. She did. Police said that there, let's see, police say there is a video phone. Wait a minute, there is a cell phone video of the incident that is now evidence in the case. Yelder is being held without bond. Detectives are asking everyone with information to contact authority. Bertha was pissed that he had received a postcard from a woman that he dated 60 years ago. So she's 71. So I wonder how old he is. Cause she had to be 11. So don't tell me it was a postcard for somebody who was a childhood crush of a husband 60 years ago. And now Bertha, 71, is in jail, no bond. He's extremely fragile. One who's caring for him. I mean, all over a postcard. I mean, is wow. He maybe now he'll answer the postcard and get with the woman who sent it. Maybe she'll be nicer to him. Who knows? But that's our stupid people doing stupid things. If you want to read more about it, I found this on WBAZ website. Um, and no WPLG website. Uh, and they have a video. They have a video report on there, so you can go in there and see it. But Bertha is 71. She was not having it. I bet you this old man had to toe the line with Bertha. Bertha, this is not new for Bertha, but she bit him till he bled. She was biting him. She bit him on his arms and his stomach. Mm. What did she think he was going to do with the other woman? And why was it his fault? He couldn't control the mayor. But like I said, stupid people doing stupid stuff. All right, y'all. Thank you for stopping by Coffee and the Tea. I am going to finish my coffee and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.